Hey y'all, APG Jamie here, and today we're working on a pocket postcard. It's a postcard, y'all, that has a pocket on it, of which will all be revealed towards the endish of the video-ish, okay? This is for the card lottery, and this month I decided I was going to do some postcards and mermaids and fish and napkin collage. And just now I was just using a water brush to water cut, that's what I call it, water cut out my napkin pieces, y'all. I've already got my cardstock, just plain old white cardstock, cut the size, which I think is 4x6 is standard postcard in the US, which is a different size than the European postcard, which is slightly bigger. Okay, just saying. So I'm using the water brush. If you don't have a water brush, you can just use a regular paintbrush dipped in a bit of water, and what it does is it slightly dampens, wets the napkin so that it pulls apart so that the edges kind of just melt in, so you don't get hard lines, okay? Now, before I did that, I did peel the, I think this napkin had 2 layers. Some of them have a single layer of white. You want to pull that off, otherwise you have issues with the napkin sticking. And I'm using the matte medium over there, and I think it's Liquitex brand. And anyway, you put a coat of that on, and then you put your napkin on. You want to try to lay it on there smoothly, because essentially most of the time, not always, but most of the time, once you put it down, that's it, it's down. And wrinklage does happen, and tearing can happen, so you just need to be a little gentle, y'all. Just be a little gentle. So there I am, just working away, just a tiny bit of heat gun, y'all. Now we're going to blend in the edges, and I'm using 3 different colors of paint. Oh, there's a list of ingredients in the description box below. Click on that word more to see more information. Anyway, so I got the 3 colors over there, and I'm using them, and Champ and Molly are fighting to see who could get, or they're not fighting, they're just trying to push each other out of Mama's lap, because I only got so much lap, y'all. Anyways, because it has the matte medium, the nice coating of matte medium over the top of the napkin, I am able to use a baby wipe to wipe away some of the excess paint. This is just regular craft paint that I got on my images, okay? I know I'm going to do something in a little while that's going to freak everybody out, because to tell you the truth, it kind of freaked me out too. And I thought, well, if it doesn't work, I just won't edit and show this video, because nobody will be the wiser. But it worked, so I'm showing you. Well, sometimes I do show y'all stuff that doesn't work, because, yeah, sometimes. So this was like a 2-hour amount of film that I whittled down to, I don't know how long, not quite 20 minutes, under 20 minutes, under 19, I think. Anyway, so now I'm mixing up some heavy gloss gel, a little bit of paint, and some iridescent medium, and I'm going to use this Patti Tolley Parrish scales, mermaid scales stencil. I think that's the name of it. I would lie. I'm sorry, Patty. Anyway, it's from istencils.com, y'all. And so I'm just putting that over the top, and I know that's pretty freaking scary looking, isn't it? It's like, oh my God, you're covering up all the beautiful napkin. You just worked so hard. But look how it looked when it dries. And the thing about gloss gel is it's sticky, but no, it's not sticky. What it is, it's just not slick. So I put on a coat of varnish, and I don't know, I might show you the first coat. And I'm stamping out my mermaid images, and these are some I got from Xandra. Xandra picked these up for me. Thank you, Xandra. She's with paintandpaper.com, y'all. Great stuff over there. So anywho, I'm just going to do some watercolor base, and I don't know what brands the watercolors are, because Does it matter? No. So, and I speed through quite a bit of this. Like I said, I had 2 hours of film, y'all, to edit through. And this process actually was over 4 or 5 days because that gel medium through the stencil needed to dry overnight. And the varnish needs to dry several hours, and so on and so forth. And we're just going to paint our mermaids. How cute are they? Oh, and I stamped out seahorses, starfish, and I'm not sure what those other things are. I don't know what they're called, but they came with the stamp set, so there we go. And our mermaids are going to be all different colors, and I don't show you me painting all of them, but you get the gist of it. The gist of it, y'all. They're so cute and tiny, y'all. They're tiny. I end up putting varnish on these too, and I will show y'all that part because that can be kind of tricky going over watercolors and stuff, movable things. So, yeah, there will be a photo montage. Thanks for asking. And we will get to the pocket part. Don't worry, I know it's towards the endish. I'm very excited that I thought about it, y'all. After all these years of card lottery postcards. I know. Gobsmacked. Seahorses. And whatever those things are. If it's an anemone, I don't know how to pronounce that word. So now we're going to use some color pencil and just do a little color pencil and color pencil everything, and they make me so happy. And we're gonna I'm gonna hand cut them out. Don't worry, I don't show y'all that part. I do that part when I'm sitting in the house watching TV with my honey bunny. So just adding some lines and some shading. And I'll be doing some stuff on their tail, and I think I used my Stardust, although you may not see that part. I don't know that I filmed that part, to tell y'all the truth. And I'm using the white pencil to blend, and makes me happy, y'all. And they all have different skin tones because, you know, mermaids, we don't even know what color they were when they were, you know, not extinct. And I was using a black Sharpie to put black marks in their eyes, and I have a white jelly roll pen to put the whites in their eyes, and they look so cute. And I got some little red lips on them and some little blush on their cheeks. It's hard to see in the camera, y'all, but you can see it in real life. So there we go. Just showing you a close-up. Now going over them with the watercolor and the pencil. Really, I lost my line work. That's because I used the watering can color ink to stamp these out and not black, because I wanted more of a shadowy looking and not black, so I used watering can. And I go over everything except the mermaids. I re-stamp them so the line work comes back. And no, it's not perfectly stamped, but it's stamped good enough. Close enough, y'all. Looks good. Makes me happy. This is the varnish. As you can see, I got a nice juicy brush, and I'm going over each thing one time. If I get any color in my brush, I clean it off, and then I come back and go back to it. Okay? One time. One time. Y'all notice that, right? One time. Okay. So that's how I varnished these, and they were, oh, I'd sprayed them, I'm sorry, I did spray them with fixative first, and that dried really well, and now I'm going over them with the varnish. Sorry, I almost forgot about the fixative, just saying. Workable fixative. So there, and that will dry for several hours, and then we're going to put a coat of varnish on our postcard. And I think this is coat number 2. That might be coat number 1. I would lie. They end up with 2 coats individually and then a finished coat. Now, over the weekend that I was letting all that dry, I found this stamp die set at the Tuesday mornings, and I thought, I love it. And then during the night, I thought, oh, I need that. Can put that on the mermaid tail and be so cool. So that's what we're going to do. Any hoodles. See, here they are. They're cut out. I was just showing you how the postcards no longer stick to each other because these will go through the mail, y'all. The postman's going to deliver these. So I don't want them sticking together, and I don't want stuff sticking to them and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just essentially working out the layouts, and they're all going to be essentially the same. Not exact, but, you know, same-ish. Same-ish. You are going to get a mermaid, one of them misses a starfish, but it didn't look good, so I didn't put it on there. It's inside the envelope. Just saying. We're going to ink the edge with the same gray because, I don't know, there was just something seemed very obtrusive about black, so I'm using the watering can. I'm just inking around. And on some of the girls, I cut and moved the arm because I wanted the arm just a little different. I don't guess I showed y'all that part. Well, you know, editing. 2 hours worth of film. Some's got to go. This ain't no movie, y'all. This ain't no movie y'all paying $20 for or even $10 for. Okay? But there is a tip jar in the information below, as well as my PayPal. Just a side note for postage. So I'm gluing everything down. I'm using Aleene's tacky glue, and I'm putting a generous amount of glue on there because this is going over a textured background, y'all. Just saying. And I smoosh them down and weight them down pretty good over there. Here's that little fairy wing that I turned into the end of the mermaid tail. Y'all look. Look! It makes me so stinking happy. Woohoo, y'all. So fun. Okay, so now that everything's glued on there, I'm putting another coat of varnish over the entire thing, and that will help seal in our things that we collaged on. Now we're going to cut paper strips for a flap, and I've already got the back of the postcards cut, just like half a tick, y'all, half a tick shorter than the 4x6. I mean, they're just slightly, I shouldn't even say they're smaller, they're just a hair smaller, y'all. So these I'm cutting down to 2 inches, and they're 2x6. We're going to make a flap out of them. I'm going to get out the Martha Stewart scoreboard and score them after I round 2 of the corners, y'all. Some of them ended up being too long. I don't know how that happened. Measuring challenged, I guess. So there we go. We're just going to round those little corners. Just 2 of the corners because these are going to be flaps. I'm so proud of myself for thinking of this. Am I the only one that's ever done it this way? I don't know, but it doesn't matter. It's the first time I thought of it, first time I done it, okay? So I'm going to use some ATG, which is Advanced Tape Glider, also known as ATG gun, and we're going to put some of that double-sided tape on there and tape it on the back of the postcard because these are postcards. Now y'all see why there was so much drying time, because everything had to dry really good. Just saying. And putting the flap on the top part of the postcard. Y'all probably already got this part figured out, and y'all like, APG, bless your heart for not doing this sooner, because yeah. Normally I make the postcards, y'all may know that I make the postcards and then I put the postcards inside an envelope to mail them. because I put other little stuffs in there. And everybody gets a little letter from me saying, you know, card lottery and hoo-ha, funny stuff, kind of junk. And now we are putting the back on the postcard, and it's the back part's a pocket. So we're just going to glue 3 sides, y'all. I'm using a pretty thin line of my original tacky glue by Aleene, which I love. It's my favorite. Thank you, Vaughn. That's your bottle. Anyhow, it's just smearing that around because I don't want it to smoosh all up in there, because I need the pocket part, y'all. I need the pocket part. Now we're going to just stick the back on. We're going to line it all up, make it all nice and pretty edged and everything. And if y'all doing this, you gotta be careful. You don't get no paper cut. Just saying. So I do that a whole long time, and I don't know how many I'll show you. Probably 2 or 5 dozen. I don't know. Could just be about it. And this is why I don't put backs on the postcards when I'm working on them, because they get all painty and icky looking. But see, now it's gone. You don't see that part anymore. It's pretty now. The back of it's pretty. See? It's pretty. Now we're going to stamp the word postcard on the flap. And I get some of them more stamped better than others. And so it goes with my stampinage. And I don't know the maker of this postcard stamp, y'all. Sorry. So now we're going to add the little edge that we had left over from the napkins. And each little back is going to get some of something. And we will collage that on. Yeah, I like that corner really well. So we do that again. We put our matte medium on the back, and then we lay our napkin on it and matte medium over the top. And after that dries for about 4 or 5 days. No, not really. Just heat gun a little while. I come back and I stamp it with my purple door stamp and my little name stamp. It's already got the return address on there. And then the card lottery person's name will go on the right hand side, and the stamp will go on the right hand side. And I'm using just a full regular stamp because this is technically an envelope. And there's our little letter, and I'm tucking it in, and ta-da! Photo montage. How cute! How happy are they? Mermaid mail, y'all. Look how cool that looks. I'm so happy that my stenciling stuff dried so translucent-y. Not totally, just translucent-y. It kind of looks like real water, doesn't it? Right? Huh? Don't answer that. I appreciate each and every one of you, your kind comments, your shares, your likes, and just everything. Oh, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and take a moment to do that. Click the bell if you would like notifications of new videos. Thanks for watching, and happy art, y'all.